Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to Bonico Tarot. Today I am doing reads for all the signs. Love in a time of lockdown. So I hope you're doing okay. And yeah, let's see what we have going on for Gemini. Love in time of lockdown. And something on the top over there, so almost ready. Oh. Okay, some clarity. There you are, Gemini. You just jumped right out. You're ready for this reading. Maybe you're just ready generally for what this lockdown has provided for you. So I'm not gonna shuffle that anymore. Got myself a peek at the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, we all got that card, that's for sure. Alright, so you seem to be maybe cut off. Some communication is a little challenging right now. Okay. Knight of Cups. Past work. So this is about love, but we're seeing work. This happened with Taurus too. So maybe you work with your partner, or maybe there's somebody on the job that you're connecting with. Alright, so let's see. Gemini. Well, let me see here. So it looks as though, as I said, you've come out front and center in your reading. The King of Swords for me is about clarity and boundaries. So, so good for you. You know, I know that in these times, you know, in that moment when everything changes, sometimes that's all you need. But your obstacle does appear to be communication or movement with whoever it is that you're wanting to connect with. And so the foundation here is the the Knight of Cups, sorry. And, you know, it could be somebody coming with an apology. It's not necessarily an offer, because the page is the one that has the fish in the cup. But there could be an apology that's coming. In the past, you know, you were working through it. You were there. You were dedicated, doing all the right things, being there, all of that. What you have crowning you is the King of Wands. So you're active. You're making stuff happen from a very mature perspective. You know, you're actually stepping into a leadership role in your relationships that maybe you haven't been able to in the past. Maybe that's what this situation has done. It's opened the door for you to establish your own authority. Because the King of Wands is the guy who's like just below the Emperor. So we could also be talking about the fire sign in your life, an Aries, Sag, or Leo. What you have coming very soon is the reminder of the symbiotic relationship between those in need and those who have. And so no matter what side of that, but I'm assuming because you're in this leadership position that you actually have some people who are really depending on you right now. And it's actually doing a lot for you. You know, I'm finding that the way that people are reaching out through this crisis has been really humbling and heartwarming. You know, I've been lucky enough to just only encounter folks who, you know, are willing to help and who are open to being, you know, a part of the solution. So here we have the Six of Cups. And so you may be very much in touch with someone from your past, or you may be feeling something about someone from your past, or reflecting on really good memories of childhood. Uh, it's funny because I've said in the other readings that often when a crisis this large happens, we tend to get nostalgic because, we're deprived of normalcy. So for comfort, we're reaching to what comforted us in the past. I want to caution people from doing that because this new place where we've all stepped into is completely different. Like there is no precedent for what humanity is going through right now. And so be careful as you reach into the past, is what I'm trying to say. Because really, it's brand new. The path that's in front of you is brand spanking new. And so you and your partner, or your partner might be, if your partner is an Aries, which these two cards might suggest, then their sort of ability to really, you both, there's a synergy in terms of this opportunity for a new beginning. And so as you reflect, make sure, because there's a couple of cards here that are suggesting that you're looking back. And just because of what I know from the astrology, and I will refer you to the Leo King because he is the bomb in terms of accuracy. Right now it's uncanny. So look for him here on YouTube if you don't know him already. Yeah, I would be really careful about using the past as a template for anything right now. In your final outcome position, you do have the King of Cups. So this is a very mature kind of love, and if this energy is embodying your approach to things, it's kind of like you're coming into this whole new place of, I don't know, it's like you're chill, like you got this. You can be an emotional rock for someone. And you can also, say, okay, you do this, you do this, you do this, and be a real leader, in times of crisis. So it's kind of like, in a way, Gemini, you could be right on top of your game. And your partner is probably very appreciative of that. So let's go a little deeper and see what's happening. So what is this Knight of Cups all about? Or, I don't know, maybe I should clarify. 8 of Wands. With some of the outgoing energies, there may be some petty stuff. People could be arguing about things. There's a lot of tension in the air depending on, who has what and what this event has triggered for them. Oh my goodness gracious. So you may be connecting in some way, whether it's an apology or not, with someone from your past. Let me take a look at that and see if there's anything more I can get for you on that. Knight of Wands. Definitely fire around you. And the Hermit. So let me look at this for just a second here. So the Knight of Wands is kind of an in and out energy. It's not that stable. It's kind of player energy. So I don't know. And then the Hermit is Virgo, or perhaps someone from the past who was, very exciting for you. ended up just leaving you alone. And maybe they're coming back to apologize. Maybe there was somebody who abandoned you, but in the time that they left you alone, you've actually become a lot wiser to the situation. So let's see what's happening with Eight of Pentacles. Oh, we've got the Star card. So yay! It's like you've been working diligently towards a goal because it was making a lot of sense. And I don't see, like, there's no tower in here. There's no breakdown of anything. I think you're getting through this transition actually really well. But yeah, I think that there's a fire sign in your life that has caused some sadness and disappointment. And perhaps you're reflecting on that right now. Somebody who you possibly have worked with could also be a Sagittarius, your opposite sign. You felt like a team, but there was something that had to be let go of. So in terms of your future, the short-term future for you, your willingness to help, be careful that it doesn't exhaust you. Because if you bury yourself too much in helping others, you're going to lose sight of your own needs, and you're going to compromise your own strength. So remember the airplane analogy. Make sure you have one on, the mask on, before you start helping everybody else. And realize that fatigue is going to actually impact your ability to help those around you. So please make sure you're getting rest. You can't be the hero all the time. Yeah, I mean, you got the Ten of Swords with this past situation. Yeah, I don't know whether it was something that happened long before the lockdown, or whether somebody disappointed you by leaving you alone in this current quarantine isolation dynamic that we're feeling right now. And then in terms of your environment, yeah. Maybe you're hearing from somebody that you don't want to hear from. Yeah, it's like, I'm seeing that it's like, there's a lot of mixed feelings here. It's like, because the love was strong at one point. The connection was really strong. But there are some betrayals in here somewhere. And then, in terms of your hopes or your concerns about things, looking back in the past again, and you've got the Empress here. So this could be disappointment with a mother figure, maybe the mother of your children, your own mother. This could also be a Taurus or a Libra that's around you. And yeah, it's like, it could be a Taurus is a fixed sign. The world represents fixed signs, and also the end of a cycle. So let's take a look at the last card, which is the King of Cups. So if those are your energies, again, like I said, you're loving and so on. But if not, then this is a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio that's in your life. And yeah, it's like somebody has been taken for granted, and somebody is moving forward. To what? To what? To what? To what? To what? So it's very confusing stuff, Gemini, but that's not surprising considering that it's Gemini. Oh, let's see what the energies are underneath. Yep. You're just going to keep working at it. You're just going to keep doing what you're doing. You're going to keep showing up and through all the confusion, and you're going to be there for the people who need you. Make sure you don't overextend yourself. And trust. Trust is really big. Trust is really big. Yeah. But, you know, passion. Passion's always good. A new beginning and passion. So I think I'm going to leave it at there, Gemini. I hope you're well. Take care of yourself. Rest, rest, rest. I'm feeling urged to say that to you. So, yeah, we'll see you later.